Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday Week 15 recap show. And we've had a lot of great NFL action this week. We'll talk about all of it in just a moment. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Week 15 trivia question. And it's a 49ers trivia question for today. Of their first 5 Super Bowl appearances, how many did the San Francisco 49ers win? I will have the answer later in the podcast. It's Week 15 of the NFL regular season. We've had a lot of great NFL action so far in Week 15 and 2 big upsets in Detroit and Tampa Bay. As you know, there are 3 games that have been moved to Monday and Tuesday due to COVID-19. The Browns and Raiders game will be played tomorrow at 5 p.m. at First Energy Stadium. And I think that is on, either CBS or NFL Network. Check your local listings. And the Rams and Seahawks game and the game between the Eagles and the Washington football team has been moved to Tuesday at 7 p.m. Now, one is on CBS and one is on NFL Network. Check your local listings. And again, that is due to COVID-19. I know Browns fans are happy that the game between the Browns and the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, excuse me, has been moved to Monday with having a total of 17 players and the head coach as well having tested positive for COVID-19, and a total of 845 players in the NFL in general. After tomorrow's game against the Raiders, which is another must-win for the Browns will travel to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and they will take on the Packers at legendary Lambeau Field on Christmas Day next Saturday, December 25th. And that is Christmas Day for me, but also, and I'll say this again on Christmas Day, which my brother-in-law Eric Hoyle and his cousin Aaron will join me for a special holiday podcast live from from the Hoyle house, my sister and brother-in-law's house, and that will be on Christmas Day. And but as I was going to say, I'll say this again then, but Christmas Day is not only Christmas for me, it's also yours truly's birthday on Christmas Day. So that'll be a great day for me. It's going to be fun to see a Browns game on my birthday. But we had a lot of great action so far this week, and 2 big upsets in Tampa Bay and Detroit. You already know the Kansas City Chiefs with the LA Chargers Thursday night, 34-21, in SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. And the Indianapolis Colts beat the New England Patriots last night, 27-17, at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now to go over all of today's action, early and late game action in the NFL. The Buffalo Bills. And I will do my picks of the week with that as well. The Buffalo Bills beat the Carolina Panthers 31-14 at Bills Stadium in Buffalo, New York. And in Buffalo, New York. And this was one of those games, I think the Bills had it just from the early lead from the get-go. And Josh Allen says he sprained his left foot, but felt fine, so he was grateful for not to get hurt. And this was one of those games where the Bills just had the lead in the second quarter, and they never let up in this game. And the Panthers just weren't able to get over that hurdle, and they just had chances but couldn't take advantage of them, and had to settle for only 14 points. So and I'm going to give out the game balls for that one. Josh Allen, 19 of 34 carries and attempts, 210 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. Devon Singletary, 22 attempts, 86 yards, 1 touchdown, and Gabriel Davis, 5 receptions, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. And so those are the game balls for that one. This is one of those games where the home team just prevailed. So the Miami Dolphins, and both my brother-in-law and I took Buffalo. We both won on that one. So that was when we both won on. The Miami Dolphins came from behind to beat the New York Jets 31-24 at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. And Duke Johnson grew up in the shadow of Hard Rock Stadium and went to high school in Miami. And so it was really, it was Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, excuse me, at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And now, as I said before, as I said, Duke Johnson grew up in the shadow of Hard Rock Stadium and went to high school there. And I want to look at the box score here just for a minute. Yeah, the Jets had an early 10-0 lead, but then Miami took over in the second quarter. They tied it up at 10, and then took the lead in the third quarter and just never let up after that. But the Jets got to 24 points, and I think it was tied at 24, and then Miami got a go-ahead touchdown to get the win. So Miami gets the win in that one. So to Tagovailoa, 60 of 27 carries and attempts, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Duke Johnson, these are the game balls I'm giving out for mine. 107 yards, 2 touchdowns, 22 attempts. And I think it's Devontae Parker, 4 receptions, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. And so that was really one of those games where it could go either way. So this is one of the big upsets we're up to that happened today. The Detroit Lions got their second win of the season, and as they beat the Arizona Cardinals 30-12. Arizona just could, and Kyler Murray had nowhere to run and missed, and his passes often missed the mark, and he struggled, and it was just the Lions' day, and they just could not. And this was not a good. This was a bad loss for the Cardinals today, because they were hoping to secure a playoff spot. So they'll have to wait till I think next Saturday, Christmas Day, because they'll be playing Christmas Day as well. And the Cardinals just could not do anything right. And Detroit gets the game balls. Jared Goff, 21 of 26 carries and attempts, 216 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. I think it's Craig Reynolds, 26 attempts, 112 yards, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 receptions, 90 yards, 1 touchdown. And and I gotta tell you, I took my brother-in-law and I both took Miami and won on that one, and we both took the Cardinals and lost on that one, so that was when we lost on. The Houston Texans beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 30-16 at Everbank Field in Jacksonville, and this was one of those games where the Jacksonville Jaguars had a 3-0 lead, but then the Texans took over and they never let up. Actually, the Texans had a 7-0 lead, but then it was 7-3. But then the Texans just never let up in this one, and it was just all Texans, and Jacksonville just could do nothing right. So I got to give the game balls to the Texans. Davis Mills. 19 of 30 carries and attempts, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Rex Burkhead. 41 yards, no touchdowns, 16 attempts. And Brendan Cooks. 7 receptions, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. This was one of those games where this game, it was the visiting team that just took it from there. And I took Houston, and so did my brother-in-law, Eric Hoyle. We both won on that one. Yeah, we both won on that one. Excuse me. The Dallas Cowboys beat the New York Giants. 21-6 at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. And the Giants had the early 3-0 lead, but then they had a field goal. They scored. The Cowboys 2 field goals. It was a touchdown, but the extra point was no good, and so they had the early 6-0 lead, and then the Giants kicked it over 6-3, but then Dallas took it from there, and the Giants only had to settle for just 2 field goals. So this was one of those games where the visiting team, Dallas, just had this game in hand just from the get-go. And I got to give the game balls to the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, 20 of 37 carries and attempts, 217 yards, 1 touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 16 attempts, 52 yards, 1 touchdown. And Dalton Schultz, 8 receptions, 67 yards, 1 touchdown. And my brother-in-law and I, we both took Dallas for this one, and we both won on that one. That was another one we both agreed on. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Tennessee Titans at Heinz Field, at their home field, Heinz Field, 19-13 today. And this was the Titans had chances, but they just couldn't take advantage of it. And Pittsburgh, this was a low-scoring game, but Joe Hayden spent a month watching the Pittsburgh Steelers defense file up, and I know Tennessee was hoping to get the win in this game today, but Fael without him, and the veteran defensive backs platoon provided a spark, and all of his offseason lifting provided the difference. And Tennessee just they had opportunities and just couldn't capitalize on them. And nonetheless, they fall to 9-5. Pittsburgh goes to 7-6-1. The game balls. Ben Roethlisberger, 16 of 25 carries and attempts, 148 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. And on the receiving end, 3 attempts, 1 touchdowns, and no yards. And Deontay Johnson, 5 receptions, 38 yards. I'm going to have to take a break. I'll be back with the answer to today's trivia question and the rest of the early and late game scores. Stay with me. I'll be right back.